Aloha, and we are charging hard today. It is a big day of surfing. We're into round number 2, heat 15. We got heat 15, 16. We will get into that next round of competition and see a top seed by the name of Jordy Smith, but that'll be it. So we've got 3 more heats today. David Stanfield with Ross Williams to call the next 2. Then we'll bring back in Pete and Chris to wrap things up. Ross will be on the big show, the afternoon, the post show, and there's going to be plenty to talk about. Let's start. During the break, what we saw here is a surfer charging hard, Olamana Eleogram from Hana, Maui.
Yeah, here we go. Olamana, another great little cutback for him, just waiting for that wave to build up on the inside bowl. I love the way Olamana surfs on a longer surfboard. He's not afraid to kind of use his feet, shuffle it up and down a little bit. So not a huge score, but it's a nice little start. And here we go, Evan Geiselman.
Evan Geiselman, he's got Michael Dunphy out there. I think his brother's off doing some filming or whatnot, but 2 pro surfers. Evan and Eric, brother Eric, a little busy, so he's got Michael Dunphy in the lineup, backing him up with the equipment. Everybody's using the caddies today. Con O'Leary, how is about this for a key heat? Critical heat for Con O'Leary, number 11 in the rankings. And a nice move, showing some composure there. The 22-year-old from Cronulla, Australia, and he's got to deal with. This is really, you're paying your final dues. This is, you're trying to break down the wall and get to the other side. Last chance to do it. And he has such a great opportunity here to join the World Tour. Next up, Miguel Tudela, goofy footer that basically Punta Hermosa, big waves, small waves, one of the most wave-rich areas in the world is Punta Hermosa, Peru. And he does it all, big waves, small waves. So we got a really diverse lineup here, and everybody's got their own little kind of agendas.
Yeah, this is true, and you nailed it. Connor O'Leary, he is right there on the fence. He's sitting at tied for 11th on the QS, but here's the good news for him. You know, he doesn't need just to make 1 or 2 heats to improve in his points. He needs to make the finals. So at least it's very clear for him. You know, it's not as if he just needs to squeak through 1 more round to make the tour. Nice start there with that backhand snap, riding through all that turbulent whitewash. You know, decent start for Connor. But again, for him, you know, this is a very clear path to what he needs to do to improve on his points, make the finals. So he's got a lot of work left. And there's Miguel from Peru. As you said, charges big waves, so he's going to be very comfortable at Sunset Beach.
We go back to live action. Olamana Eleogram's really been busy. He jumps on another wave here. The 29-year-old, Hana, Maui, what a beautiful location he's from. Exciting road to head to the airport. You got to plan ahead. When it's time to go to the airport to fly over here, you've got to get in the car and get there early. It is quite the drive.
Motion sickness pills while you're at it. Yeah, that is a windy road.
It's Hawaii's great ocean road, like Australia.
That's true. Yeah, it is, and one of the best views you can have in Hawaii. Gorgeous on that side of the island. And here he is right here. Olamana. There's that rail grab. We saw that yesterday. And again, you know, just a kind of a small in stature as an athlete, but again, he is very switched on and smart. He knows how to utilize his body and really kind of swivel that long surfboard around. Again, he just looks very comfortable on a big board. They just really don't take life too serious, but make no mistakes about it, Dorrington rips.
You know, he got a 17th at the Hawaiian Pro, and unfortunately he lost a couple of spots. He went back 5 spots, so he went from 38 to 43, but still having a great time. Brent Dorrington, as we watch our surfer in blue. Yeah, Eleogram out the back, way out the back, and finishes that wave. So first priority in the lineup is Geiselman. He opened with a 3.33. Olamana's been the busiest, a 4.17 and a 5.0, and nothing's going to slip by him. Somebody said, get every wave you can that looks like it's got a possibility.
Stay busy, for sure.
You'll get seasick out there bouncing around.
It's easy to kind of get lost out there if you head too far out. So right here, watch this quick little shampoo. Nice cover up there for Olamana, just hanging on for dear life as he hits the moguls on the inside. He actually got a nice little clean back or cut back there to finish that wave off. So right now, Olamana is a pretty smooth start. He's got that 5 and a 4.1.
Yeah, like coming down the ski slope, white water everywhere, and some moguls.
Boom,
yeah,
boom.
linked recoveries, because that was a crazy wave at full speed. No way to really check your speed. And we picked this one up right here, Miguel Tudela. And he's on a foam monster as well. Tucks underneath the lip, doesn't knock him over. He's got a 6.0 to start things off. Best wave so far ridden. And that's his second wave. you know, if you've got an okay wave, get a quick second one, then you can start choose, and then you have to then make the decision, do I need first priority? Should I sit out the back, or should I still work this inside and maybe poach some waves from the guys that do have priority?
Well, there's definitely a science and like kind of a formula to winning heats, as we see Philippe Toledo here. Obviously, he's got a world title on his mind, but I'd love to see him here at Sunset Beach suiting up.
Which is pretty amazing. He is number 2 in the World Cup, and he's not surfing.
That's right. He's sorry, I said he was suiting up, but he's actually caddying for his buddy. So pressure's off here for him, and this is Evan.
Evan Geiselman bringing it to the inside, and again his first wave at 3.33. Survival of the fittest today. 18:38 on the clock. You're watching round 2, heat number 15.
That's true. Mick caddied earlier, and there's Elijah Gates. Well, and here we go. Olamana wrapping into a carve.
Olamana with some beautiful rail work right here. Nice float, and so difficult are those to land.
Jeez, he had it. And again, doing a floater on the inside at Sunset Beach is like throwing a dice 100%. You never know how smooth or how tough that landing's going to be. Sometimes it kind of just lets you ride out of it, but obviously that one had too much impact and he couldn't ride out of it.
Olamana, obviously there's some secret spots near Hana, but his proving ground probably is Hokipa Beach Park.
Oh, I love that cut back to start, rail grab carve, beautiful technique, and then a big old float, and just caught that outside edge, so he was inches away from landing up.
And here we go, looking for a bottom turn right here, and Connor O'Leary now is going to pay the price. Going to get his head wet, no doubt. Going to get pushed in quite a bit, and then he's got to get to the channel and paddle back out.
Again, we were talking about Connor O'Leary, how right now he's actually qualified if you count the double qualifiers. And just to clarify double qualifiers, that means obviously they're going to take 10 guys off the QS, but some guys sitting in the top 10 are already qualified on a CT. So that's where that kind of that bubble mark can move up or down. So he will be holding his breath watching the last CT as well as this event. And
a lot of people cheering on Kalohe Andino to be a double qualifier and qualify through the CT, get him off the QS rankings. And exit stage right there for Miguel Tudela. Well, situation, everybody's got 2 waves on the board. Olamana Eleogram with some great rail work, a 5-0 and a 5-9 are his 2 scores he is keeping. Geiselman now in 4th, does have first priority with 14:23 on the clock. Waves are still feathering, and it's just amazing how you can see this surf shift across the northern Pacific here from west to get a little north in it now.
Miguel Tudela, nice 2 snaps right there, 1-2 on his backhand. And I like how goofy footers can really kind of pivot under the hood. Looks different from the kind of the long carves you'll see from the regular footers.
Go back about 5 or 6 years, amazing rise. Dane Gadauskas caught one of the largest waves in competition ever in terms of this performance wave. It's so big that it made the highlight reel of the double XL maybe 5 or 6 years ago. It was a massive, massive wave here at Sunset. I think so far what I've seen, he still holds the record for a massive quadruple overhead wave. As we take a look, Connor O'Leary needs a 5.81, and O'Leary doing his best to just decimate this wave and exit maybe a little too deep and hung up, but there's not much left on that wave. O'Leary right now has got a long paddle, 8 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. He was looking for a 5.81. Geiselman,
well, I'll tell you
currently
what,
in the 4 spot, needs a 7.57.
I can't wait to watch a replay of that last maneuver from Connor O'Leary. That was legit. That was one of the better snaps I've seen today. And before we see that, we're going to see Evan Geiselman. Little sweeping cut back here. You can see just trying to handle those bumps, waiting for that wave to kind of smooth out, and it does not. In fact, it closes out for Evan. So that's not going to be a keeper. And then Miguel, we had a handful of waves kind of go down here during that recap. Nice sweeping snap to start. Just wait for that wave to cooperate, stay open, and it does. Second under the hook maneuver there for Miguel. And then he even gets an inside snap to finish this wave off in the whitewash. So nice ride there for Miguel. He's trying to get rid of a 6.
I think that was the 6.
Watch this snap right here. Wow. Right up into the lip, and that's something you see on a little small wave, not at Big Sunset. And you talk about commitment. That was amazing, an amazing maneuver there from Connor. The LA Bombers, they just had the 1. So, we saw Jamie O'Brien get a 6.27 for 1 turn. I'm curious to see where that's going to go as we see where Connor's position here, Dave.
For the judges up here, it's subjective judging. They look and they give their opinion what they like. We go out the back and we take another look at just beautiful rail work by Olamana Eleogram, who's looking for a 6.53 with 2 minutes remaining. That is the way that he needs to score the points on, because we're down to 2 minutes remaining. He is now going to paddle back out, and I'm not sure if he's going to be. It's not enough time, really. Olamana Eleogram looking for a 6.53, and is going to take a fast track to the shoulder.
Yeah, so that's going to be good news for Miguel Tudela and possibly his caddy. He can relate to him, hey, you are safe. Go ahead and close this heat out. Nice grab roll carve once again from Olamana. He's loving that. And then a little layback snap right here against the whitewash. Even released the tail a bit, but he couldn't ride out of it.
Here's Geiselman. Watch this wave from the outset. He actually faded really deep, jumped on it. Nothing great spectacular. He kind of just drifted deep in a big bottom turn. That wave not offering a lot. He was looking for a 9.10. So right now, breathing a sigh of relief is Connor O'Leary.
Of making that top 10 and finishing the year out. One last wave here, Dave, from Miguel.
And Miguel bringing it in, and will he replace his 6.0? In fact, a lot of these guys are unleashing right here. He doesn't know what the other guy's got. He probably hears that he's in second, but you know what? You have to wait on scores. Here comes an amazing talent just out of Lima, Peru, Punta Hermosa, Miguel Tudela.
I'm impressed. That was a really nice snap.
Really powerful surfing. And Connor O'Leary, Australia. Well, oi, oi, oi. He is pretty happy about that. Olamana Eleogram, unfortunately, at third place. He was rock hard and just driving every wave he was on. And Evan Geiselman, well, his best wave was his opener, a 3.33. We have wrapped up this heat. It is heat number 15. A couple more scores to come through, but it's O'Leary and Tudela advancing through. We'll be right back.